The Australian automotive manufacturing industry essentially went into hibernation a few years ago with Ford and Holden shutting down their facilities, and not much more manufacturing taking place now. So today, I'm always surprised, but it's becoming increasingly pedestrian to see Chinese electric vehicles running around Australian cities. Soon it might be Chinese electric buses, and it might even be police using Chinese electric cars. India has a domestic automotive industry. We have Tata, we have Mahindra, and as we see this month with Mahindra launching their amazing cars, electric cars, there is a market opportunity in Australia, but it is untapped, ununderstood, and there is clearly a lot of conservatism on both sides, particularly in Australia, to take a risk on a new vehicle. How do you think Indian companies should be looking at Australia to be able to take their finished products? Even though the market is small, demand is small, the opportunity is still existing.
Well, can I push back a little bit gently and politely on one of your assumptions there? I think Australians are very ready for Indian vehicles. In fact, we know that because we know that since 2022, the numbers of Indian vehicles sold in Australia has doubled. Now, they're not EVs, they're conventional vehicles, but that tells me that there is no shortage of interest in Australia. We also want to grow the proportion of the Australian fleet which is electric. And we will look to suppliers from all around the world for that, because getting the right price and the right quality will be the thing that will drive it. If I understand the Indian market I think the large proportion of Indian origin electric vehicles are sold in India because the shape of your market has so much demand. I think the first question is, when will India have excess supply of electric vehicles that's available to be deployed in markets like Australia? I don't think you'll have any difficulty finding a market when that occurs, although, we are only 26 million people. So there's a limited number of vehicles that we can buy. But I would be quite bullish in the medium term about Indian electric vehicles in Australia.